Hello, welcome to Totally Random in our totally new location. I'm Franz, this is Andy.
Hey everybody.
It's your periodic show about concrete5, and we've moved, as you can see from behind us.
It's a bridge.
It's a big new piece of news. We've moved next to a different bridge. Everything's okay. We now have
so many in Portland. We have the
it's easy to do. We've got bricks still, but now they're painted white. It's much cleaner, nicer. It's good. In other news, we got this cool Unixy thing, deal, stuff. What is that? It's a write-up of concrete5 in a Linux website-y guide. This is getting a lot of traffic.
Open Logic.
That's the one. And I thought for a minute this was related to the write-up from Linux World magazine, but I guess it's not. But it's actually pretty thorough and well thought out.
Nice. I haven't seen
beefy. Yeah, you keep scrolling, man. Just from the sheer length of the article, you know it's important.
Actually, looks like they did put.
No, they did. They really.
Wow.
They got it.
That is serious.
Just about right. It's nice.
Simple but powerful.
Look at that. Look at them
You've
go.
never heard of.
You've never.
Well, let's
that's
fix that, everybody.
Yeah. So that's cool. Good news. Yeah, I think that's the news. You got any other news? That's the big news.
No,
okay.
Big news.
Let's do some karma.
And now for the weekly winners. Come on down.
All right, if you didn't know, now you do. We've gamified the excitement of being involved in an open source project at concrete5.org. So if you help people in our forums, if you promote the project through your referral link, or you do work on the core or other parts of the site, you get points, and at the end of the week we give away add-on theme licenses to the people with the most points. So who are our winners this week, Matt?
This time around we have CJ Dell getting a copy of the Secure Video Streaming add-on for helping out in the forums. We have Dave Webmakers winning a copy of Universal Content Puller for promoting concrete5. And Steve B has been tearing it up in the PRB lately, and so he gets a copy of Pro Forms, powerful extendable forms for doing work.
Awesome.
Tearing it up.
Tearing up the PRB. That's awesome. Thank you. Congratulations to the three of you. Thank you for everybody else that was close but not this week. Keep it up. We really appreciate it. It's awesome to be part of something that's much bigger than us. Stickers? Shoo, that's a lot of stickers. What's that?
This is a concrete5 Christmas tree.
Ho, ho, ho.
Got one for the holidays from Responsive Object.
I bet you Santa smiled on that house.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Delivered them some SEO.
Cool.
A coaster from Polo.
All right.
And this is another good one here. We got some sticker application going on in the office.
Aha!
Take that, buddy.
Tagged. Nice.
That's it.
It's getting a pat on the back.
Forever. It's like an ongoing pat on the back.
You're still doing great.
Listen, I don't have the time to keep patting you on the back. So here's a
Just
sticker
keep
with
this
a
there.
hand on it.
You'll remember.
Nice. Love that management style. Cool. That's awesome. If you like stickers, we like you. We'll send you stickers. All you gotta do is go to our marketplace page, hit the drop down. There's swag under there. Oh, we're gonna show you swag. And then we can send you t-shirts and stuff if you want to send us money, or also USB keys. But if you scroll down right there, there's a form field. Put a physical mailing address in there. We will mail you stickers. Now, I'm not going to make you do all that tomfoolery. Enough.
People know.
People
They
get
should
it.
know.
New jokes, new office.
New jokes.
Moving on.
I don't like
I know, it's crazy. We are ready for the PRB.
All right.
Introducing Great Choice by Greg Joyce.
Wow, Greg, what kind of decision are you making?
Yeah, this is not really a decision, but yeah, this is our new office, and we get nice sunsets now instead of urban decay.
Wow, that's great. It's like closing colors of the third kind's happening there.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
this may be the last day we'll ever see since the aliens are coming.
You've enjoyed
That fluorescent light reflection in the window there looks like that scene from 2001 where it's like in outer space and then the transmagnetic anomaly or whatever is like aligning with Saturn.
And don't tell me that's a fluorescent. That's a obelisk for sure.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
clear that that's black obelisk. It's moving very quickly. It's a line. Remember, have you heard about the lines?
Yeah.
There's like a whole, yeah, it's a line. Yeah, that's what that is. All right. What other great decisions have you been making, Greg?
Well, we approved some stuff in the peer review board as usual. First up is horizontal blocks from Lemon Brain, and this doesn't actually place blocks horizontally. You get these little kind of sub deals of content that you can define, and it does like this, so you can kind of put like a image on the left or the right, or an embed on the left or the right, and then some supporting content on the left or the right. So it's kind of approaches that problem of horizontal layout a little bit. All right.
Cool.
And next up is Fluid Gallery from Steve B. And as Matt says, he has been doing good work in the PRB, and we have been approving his add-ons.
Cool.
And so this one lets you pick some, how many dimensions of pictures you would like, and displays them in a nice manner. And I believe it, has some sort of flowiness, responsivity to it because of the fluidness.
Nice.
Next up is Blue Gem from Steve B, and this is a nice kind of a blue-looking theme, and some nice block text and stuff. Good theme.
Cool.
Next up is Instagram Pro from JB1, and this will connect your Instagram account to your concrete5 site, and it didn't include any pictures that weren't of the interface, so I took a Polaroid picture in there. Next up is Magic Data Developer from John the Fish, and this one will include your concrete5 developer profile info on your own personal website using his magic syntax. Alright, next up is Cartera from Viva Templates, and I believe Matt approved this add-on, but it really looks like an impressive theme to me.
Yeah, it's got a nice clean design.
Yeah, I believe it's responsive and stuff like that. And then next up we have another one from Steve B, and this is called the Call to Action button, and it's a straightforward, easy to comprehend add-on that just lets you put a kind of a JavaScript animated button right on your site, that you can put some call to action type
It's a big
phrase
button.
in there.
Get
Yeah.
started. Buy now. Do it.
I want to click all those buttons.
CTA
right
button.
now.
Clickety click.
That's what I want. And next up is Sweet Carla from.
Carla?
Oh,
Probably.
I forgot to. Oh yeah, it's by Tubling,
Too
and this is a good theme with a lot of configurable colors. Yes.
Nice.
And next up is Page Cache List from my code. And this is kind of a cool one. It's not super complicated, but it gives you a nice summary of what's caching and how.
That's handy
Yeah.
for sites when you find yourself really tuning those pages for your full page caching, and then wanting to make sure that making sure that the blocks on the page aren't screwing up your global cache settings, that type of stuff. It's
Yeah, it
nice.
might just be checking the global cache settings and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it does at least gives you some sort of high level view of caching rather than having to inspect each page.
Yeah, totally.
Next up is the Aja theme from Talakman.
Steely Dan.
And this is another nice Talakman theme. So that's
Cool.
Nice.
Good one.
Little tag cloud.
Next up is Edge from Made Simple Media, and this one's kind of an avant-garde theme.
Ooh, I
I
like
like
it.
it.
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
Blocks
Looks
on
like
photos.
You got three,
Yeah.
different
Windows
widths,
things.
and it'll collapse for you.
Cool.
And it uses a gallery and stuff too. It's a
Nice.
good one.
Nice. That's very cool.
This is another one from John the Fish, and this one is called the Quick Stack View block. And it is not a concrete 5 stack, it is a stack trace. And you was good enough to be very explicit about that detail on the marketplace description page, so people don't get incredibly confused when they download and install this.
I can see that being
So incredibly confusing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good one for developers out there. If you just want to have some sort of debuggery right in your Concrete 5 experience, this will help you out with that.
cool.
And that's it for this week.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice little cross section of stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting sucked into IRC.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, sorry.
Here it comes.
IRC.
All right. Great. Good choices. Thanks, Greg Joyces.
Yeah.
Get back to bed.
What a day I had.
Showcase showdown, right?
Yeah, we do have something
Got a
for
showcase.
the
A showcase intro. Let's do it.
And now for the showcase session.
All right. The Foundry. That's a cool 3D software, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of these guys through my friends that work in gaming. So this here's a website for a company called The Foundry out of the UK, and it's got a really cool kind of gritty thing. Not using the gathering, of course, because that doesn't exist in public, but definitely see some of why we're interested in that idea. So yeah, it's a pretty site. They've got some really cool products and some stuff sliding around.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
built with
Cutting-edge
Concrete
stuff.
5, looks sexy. Clearly not a blog. So yeah, that's a pretty good one. I
Yeah.
like that guy.
Nice job.
Yeah, doing cool stuff too. It's I mean, their products are for people who are doing 3D work and have the money associated with it. But they're fun things to think about. Like one of them's like puts color on 3D models for you, like that little motorcycle one. Scroll back down. Where was it? Yeah, that little guy, Mari, like does detailed texturing on your 3D model, so you can get like a paint job on your prototype motorcycle just right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, that's a good one to show off if you're looking for kind of the the hipster agency bent of, well, gee, can we really make a pixel perfect website the way we want it to make with this Concrete 5, because we've been told we can't do things with other systems. I think this is a good, very clear argument that yes, you can let design drive the process entirely. So yeah,
Excellent choice.
I approve. Get.
Sure.
All right.
What did we get in yet?
What do we get?
All right, this is a little different than most get and get segments, because this is not a pull request for Concrete 5, but it is hosted on GitHub, and this is a library in Ruby actually that is meant to make managing and deploying Concrete 5 sites easier from the command line. And this is from ClearSite Studio up in Vancouver, Washington, which is like 5 minutes from here. And I was clued into this from Jamin Holmgren, and it is pretty awesome. So it is github.com/clearsitestudio/pave, and I think they're going to be doing some blog posts on how this works. But the README is pretty exhaustive down there, and if you're interested in using Ruby to deploy, both sort of keep your development environment and your live site in sync, and spin up Concrete 5 sites and pull changes back, you should check it out.
Yeah, definitely good for local development installs and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Nice. Thank you.
Very good.
That's cool. Now it's time for the exciting how would we do that segment of our show.
How would we do that? Good sir.
Some work. All right. So first, I'd like to take a moment to thank bbang89. bbang, doing great work, running the Reddit section, bringing some goofy IRC script that'll probably make the younger you very happy. That automatically posts questions over to the Reddit thread from IRC. There's a lot of cross contenting happening these days, so that's cool. Here we go.
Okay.
So, John the Fish asked a
Lay
question
it on us.
that seems. I'll just read it.
First I'm hearing of this, very exciting.
Yeah, this is all very new for Andrew. Alright, so there is a PRB thread over here. Let's bring that up. Redirecting me. Spectrum color picker. This is a very long chat. I think we're talking about the color picker not going away when you close the X. Problem only appears when you close the X at the right of the dialog title bar. When you click the existing color picker choices with the dialog and spectrum choices, does not. I've seen this. There are some times with that color picker, depending on where you're at, where it just kind of hangs in the background. You got to kind of close the page or whatever. Several kludgy ways of fixing it. Porting through the code for the color picker. Not worked out how the existing color picker manages to close with the dialog. You and us both probably. Think I need some input from the core team, perhaps Andrew or Corbin. Not sure just hiding the X would be compatible with requirement if it doesn't change the concrete5 editing UI. So, right, so if I can't close it, just don't let me. Hide the X and remove the highest picker closes. Yeah, different things. Change the way the picker attaches to the DOM. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
So, okay. This is on a PRB thread. Is this...
I've got specific questions that'll make it easier for us to answer this one.
Yeah.
Will this issue be relevant for 5.7?
Probably not, because we are swapping. If this is, that's sort of what I was getting at, was we are swapping out the underlying color picker library in 5.7 to use one that is more in line with some of the designs that you've seen floating around from 5.7. And I cannot remember the name of that library, but if this is, but it's, I think actually John the Fish was working on that, which is one of the reasons why I bring this up. Is this an issue with the new library that he's working on for 5.7, or is this an issue with the existing color picker that currently resides in concrete5? The way
That would be good. I think it's current because it's related to a PRB thread.
well,
That
yes,
would guess.
but his thread is Spectrum color picker, so, or at least it looked like it was.
Like the actual-
Yeah, let's scroll back up to the top.
What is this?
Spectrum color picker from John the Fish. So I'm feeling like this is an issue with the new color picker. Yeah,
No,
this
it's
is
the
the
new
one
color
that
picker.
yeah.
This is the proposed color picker 5.7.
Yes.
Processor developing a replacement for the core picker. Why wait for 5.7? We can have it now. Oh, well, I don't know.
So
Okay.
the answer to that is I have no idea why it would not close.
There you go.
And if it really is for the current, if it is for the current color picker, not this one, then no, it won't be relevant because we're swapping out the color
Yeah,
picker.
okay, here he is. He's in IRC. The PRB
Yes.
submission is for my work in progress for 5.7. Also released as an add-on for 5.6.
Got it.
Okay,
That
so
makes sense.
you have sussed it out, Mr. Embler. All right. Will this issue be relevant for 5.7? Well,
If this
No.
is in
We-
fact,
yeah.
if it's
we
an
would like
issue-
the color picker to close in 5.7.
Yes.
Yes. Someone should do that.
Yes. If it's,
Let everybody stand up at once.
I need everybody involved in this. I think there's more chatting happening.
Is there?
Oh,
Oh yeah. Good lord. All right.
well, maybe not.
No, it's
No,
yeah.
there's more excitement.
All right.
No, there's a clamor. It's a door roar in there.
How does the existing color picker close with any dialogue that opens it?
I believe it doesn't. It's not like it gets moved outside of the DOM to the outer body tag or anything. It just lives in wherever it is embedded in the DOM. So that once that dialogue gets destroyed, the color picker goes with it.
There you go. Those were the
I'm
thoughts
fairly
from
certain
Andrew on
that's
solving
true.
this.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like that's what we can.
And we'll get.
in this format.
I'm sure that as it comes time to actually integrate this bad boy with the theme customizer specifically, we'll encounter these issues too and solve them.
All right.
Thank you so much for getting that ball rolling because it looks great and there's a lot of work styling that like those comps.
Yes. All right, here's another question. A couple weeks ago, I never got any responses, probably because of the holiday, totally random hiatus. I am curious as to why collections are stored as an adjacency list rather than a nested set. There's so many more advantages for using a nested set for storing the order of a collection. Common helper I find is needed in finding the depth of a collection item, but only feasible way to do so is to count its parents until there are no more.
Yeah, I can, the answer to that is that this code was written like 10 years ago for when, and so there's not a lot of, it wasn't necessarily done with the CS major in mind. It was done with the let's have something that works today. So that's really the reason. There was no, beyond that, something that works. I know that with some of the thinking in 5.7, we have tried to sort of work with trees in a different way for other stuff that needs to be tree based. I don't imagine that ever coming to pages just because it's going to be a real pain to backport that, but that's pretty much the reason. Just easy to wrap your mind around. Less work maintaining all those different like the different parents and pointers that are needed when you want to go from a simple parent-child base to something like you're suggesting.
So we wrote it that way because we did. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Not broken. Everything could be better.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Moving right along. Are you guys rebuilding the older blocks like search and page list for 5.7? Would you guys be willing to accept pull requests for that?
Yes and yes, right?
Yeah.
I haven't put up any of
Well,
those.
no one yes, but
Yeah.
well, some of them yes.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
Rebuilding is I know that some of these blocks we want to add some features to, but really what we're trying to do with a lot of these blocks is sort of clarify them rather than rebuild them.
Well, I know you've always wanted to revisit the pageless block
Yeah.
at a deep level.
Yeah.
And bring some of the searching stuff in it. And we
Yeah.
all would love to have the
The
pageless
attributes
but
in
use
there.
attributes and that kind of thing. So I think there probably is. In fact, we could probably write up some like, hey, these are the things we would like to see out of that issue.
And some
for someone to chew in it. It might be a new block.
Yeah.
Pageless 2
Yeah.
is often a better way to approach these problems just because it's, with the 500,000 sites that are built with concrete5, it's very difficult to know what little tweak you're doing to make things better actually just breaks everything that existed. So
Yeah, we're already going to have enough of a terror with the backward compatibility without, swapping out the blocks wholesale too. But, yeah, and I know that we had been kicking around some designs for an updated AutoNav block that I don't believe really changes how it fundamentally works, but it really clarifies its options. And I think we had done that with some other blocks too. So those designs are around the office somewhere, and we should post them to the issues list.
yeah, and I think fundamentally the idea of more approaches to the navigation block, be it a page list or an AutoNav version extreme. That sounds wonderful, and we would love to have that as a pull request if it's works and it's better thought out. Certainly, I think those two basic approaches. This one brings back a tree. This one brings back a flat list. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we've done anything in there that's like so shockingly awesome that couldn't be rethought
No.
with someone who has more time and
The
energy
AutoNav
and
in
bandwidth
particular
than us.
is one of the earliest blocks ever written, and you can kind of tell.
Yeah. So yes, please, was the answer.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think you have bitten off more than you can chew in terms of getting 5.7 production ready? Are your goals too lofty for what you envision as the first 5.7 release? No.
I can chew a lot. I got a big mouth.
Big mouth. I'm not supposed to say that. No, not at all. Yes, if 5.7 had a price tag and a specific date on it that we were all going to get fired for missing, then that would be a problem. Internally, I think it's been pretty clear that as a major point release, 5.7 is going to solve major challenges. And those challenges in my mind are really, who is Concrete5 marketing to and for? I've actually got a email to the leaders section. I was just posting on this. We've reached the level of success that we have in the last 5 years by very much being a tool right in the middle. There are solutions out there that are very frameworky and very developer-y focused. We've got some of that in Concrete5. It's certainly an easier code base to deal with than some large procedural blogs and whatnot. On the flip side, you hear us talk about that balance between the site owners and the site editors. There's the in-context editing experience, and there's a lot to Concrete5 that is really compelling to someone who just needs to run a website and doesn't know a line of PHP. That playing in the middle has worked well for us to kind of reach this grassroots level of success that we have. We haven't spent much of anything on marketing. We just kind of put the tool out there, and if it connects with that individual wherever they are on that spectrum between developer and site owner, great. If it doesn't, oh well. And that's served us well as an organization. It's put us in a position where Concrete5 is a framework that we can build stuff on top of. Marketplace makes us some money, and that's nice, helps pay the bills, and it's great. It doesn't put us in a spot where we're going to really wildly compete with some of the folks that are willing to kind of position themselves clearly on one side of that scale, right? Like if you're a web builder and you say, look, it's hosted, it just does this, that, and the other, and it costs $20 a month.
There's 20 set themes that are totally dialed in for this one app.
Yeah, then you have solved this problem in a different way than us. You've solved this problem by saying, no, it can't be this, it can't be the
a lot
other.
of flexibility.
This is what we're shooting for. You now have a target audience you can market to, and it's worth your while to throw money at bringing people in there because you're making money off of it. That same sales funnel is something that we think a lot about here, and that's what 5.7 is strategically to us. How do we position Concrete 5.7 so we really can say, look, this makes sense for this target audience. Yes, there's all this organic tail, and yes, you can start with this site and hire a developer from our community to turn it into something more, which is a competitive advantage that no one else has. But is it really, as I'm known for saying, mom ready? And 5.6, there's a lot of bits to it that are, but it's also easy to see people get kind of lost as they're asked to go figure out how this works, and there's no real support built in, but good luck in the marketplace, and that's not going to cut it. So I think the real answer to your question is no. 5.7 is going to solve that problem, however long it takes to solve it, and it's going to be a combination of software, strategy, rebuilding concrete5.org. It doesn't make sense to do it if we're not going to do it right.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say with too many words. That being said, we're fully committed to keep doing point releases on 5.6.
Yes.
5.6 worked great. People are making a living on it and building websites and need it for their large projects, and there's some bugs that we've
there's
hacked up.
I was fixing something this morning and taking a look at the change log for the unreleased 5.622, and so that dates back to sort of fall of last year, and it is hefty. There's a lot in the master branch of GitHub, so expect to see 5.622 before too long. What were we thinking?
We're talking about February.
Yeah, sometime February.
Release on the 5.6 update.
And then we'll keep going on with that. It's possible that, I don't know if we might treat 5.6 and 5.7 a little differently than we've treated versions in the past. In the past, we've kind of gone with, this is the latest and greatest, and you got to get this one. I don't want to maintain two branches of Concrete5, but I could see a couple of them living on, at least for an interim sort of get your bearings period when 5.7 rolls out finally. But yeah, so we are committed to getting it right and taking as long as that needs to take, but we are not going to completely forget about releasing Concrete 5.
Yeah, 5.6 will continue to mature, and as John the Fish says here in IRC, look, I started a thread about this a while ago. How can we make 5.7 easier to launch, less of a big bang? No, they want it to be a big bang.
Only get one chance
to do that. We want it to be something where we can finally tell anyone, go to concrete5.com perhaps, and you'll be able to build a website unless you're like a blind idiot. You'll be able to get something going, and and we're just not there yet. So we'll take the time that we need to get there. Thanks, though. More questions? Anything else? John the Fish would like us to make sure we do some selective block caching in any release. All right, I don't know. I feel like we're there.
Excellent.
Excellent. Well, it was a fresh new Totally Random for a fresh new exciting year, a fresh new office.
Yeah. Look at the beautiful bridge.
Beautiful bridge going into Andy's head. Good stuff.
It is.
All right, well, until we see you again, it's been Totally Random.